We are done with the vehicle accessories, and it's exactly what I imagined. Most of this stuff was just cheap. I mean, there's Warthog missiles, $5 each. Even that might be pushing the envelope. Desert Scorpion, $3 a missile. That might be like worth $2. I mean, it's hard to tell, but a lot of these are like $2 to $1 per missile, and that's it. It's kind of crazy. Little few outliers, like $10 each. A couple highlights, but all this is, ready to go, whatnot, and just try to get rid of them. The whole reason why I ignored this entire bin of accessories, and look at this, is because it's just, they're not worth that much. They never were, and it was just like all the time and effort, but they have to go. And I'm not going to sit on this stuff like versus the accessories to the figures, which are worth much more money, but they have to go. At least got some Hurricane missiles. So some stuff did pan out. I'll show some highlights. Couple parts here I didn't want to go through. My brain just fell out of my ass, and I was just like, nah, I'm done. Small pile still left. And then there's like this last pile here where I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to dump it in giant group lots pretty much. But that's it. We'll give you a couple highlights as I went through the parts. Some things were worth money. That was great. But nonetheless, this is a tub video. Granted, that is a tub over there of parts. And let's continue on. Look at that. Tigerfly guns. The repaint of the Dragonfly. $15 a pop. I don't even know if I have the Tiger Force Dragonfly. But at this point, I just rather just sell all this stuff off. Well, it seems I wasn't that stupid keeping these steering wheels for the Stinger. Damn. And I did know the Hammerhead accessories. All the Hammerhead missiles are put away, but the launchers are still here. So I looked these up. I thought they'd be $4 each. They're $20 each. Why? Why is that 20, but the missiles are... Anyways. So we have left off with this shelf. Ooh, I know. Exciting. Yeah, actually, it kind of is. There's some decent vintage. There's stuff that's definitely for sale. I want to know what's down in that box right there. There's so much to do, and I can't wait. So, let's do this. So, let's handle the easy stuff first. This IMP box. It seems the IMP box was the storage device for, oh my God, look at this. Just piles of instruction booklets for G.I. Joe. Most of these things are about $2 to $3 each, unless you have some unique ones. I can see a flag booklet in there, and there probably might be something unique in there. We'll do a quick check through right now. So overall, nothing extraordinary rare was in there. I was hoping for some Night Force vehicle instruction booklets, some Sears booklets, but no, I did find an extra Dragonfly instruction booklet in there. I pulled all the catalogs out. They're really nice shape, so earlier on I was like, must take the best from my collection. Found these patches. They're a little bit larger than the 3 3/4 inch to fit on, so I don't know what those go to, though a long time ago I did have memories of what they went to, but it's not like the Duke mail away or anything like that. This is just giant size almost. But yeah, Terradrome set. A lot of clean instruction booklets. Oh, I had to take it back. There was a Night Storm instruction booklet, so that's pretty cool. Tiger Force, Whale, Jetpack Jump, Moccasin, Gyrocopter, Stinger. I mean, it just keeps going. There's the Mauler, SMS. Just a lot in really clean shape. And it's good that I did this in the past, where I just pulled the best of every collection that I was getting and sorted through it. And there's the Duke. This one was in better shape. Mauler tank, Maggot, Raven. It just keeps going and going. So that's great. Again, about $3 to $5 each, probably. 5 for the bigger, 3 for the smaller. Some are tougher, worth more. I'm going to hold on for now. I'll probably let go of most of this in the future, because it's fun to have, but like, do you really need it? And that's kind of where I'm at right now. But we'll just deal with that later. And here we have the Cobra Imp box. $9.97 from that place that's rumored to have existed. I really don't have any evidence of it. It's just like up there with like Rivendell. Did it exist? I read about it. Could be real, could be fake. Kmart. So we got pretty cool artwork. Hasbro always emphasized and doing their best to create amazing, solid artwork in the 80s. box is pretty beat up. I'm going to let this thing go. Here's the back. Nice painted hard copy. Love it. Ooh, check this out. Enclosed are top secret blueprints of an actual Cobra imp. What the hell is Hasbro doing? Okay, so from what I'm reading here, Hasbro is actually designing and creating an actual imp, fully functional weapon of war. And then after they take that out on the battlefield, I guess, show it off to a few people, then they decide, you know what, we're going to make that into a toy because that's our primary goal. But we're going to get the kids the actual blueprints of the Cobra Imp so they can make the Cobra Imp at home a weapon of war. I think that's what I'm reading. I could be wrong. I just love how it says an actual Cobra Imp. Like, what do you mean actual? Like that, just that keyword right there. It's just sticking in my head. So that means all the vehicles of G.I. Joe and Cobra, they probably designed actual full-size, fully operational vehicles. Is that crazy? Where are they? I need to know more. Anyways, we're talking about $10. Make it to a little pile that we're going to start here. We are off to, we need to make some room here. So here's the other wing for the Batwing. So I don't know where the Batwing is. Probably in the area that I haven't shown you, where when we dealt the Joe vehicles this part recently. And I purged all the rest. That one guy in the semi-truck, thank God for him. But this whole floor was just loose vehicles and boxes. It was a terrible nightmare. But way off in the corner there, we still didn't have enough room. And we just took whole piles of just loose vehicles like these and just stacked them and stacked them and stacked them. And you can't even climb over it. It's just... So we're going to do that on video. Don't worry, because I actually have no idea. I actually did see a duplicate Eco Jailer from Captain Planet, since I have a box when we did last video here, and they're worth like $250 loose. There was a loose one in the pile, and I was like, oh my God, I want to give me my money. So we have Scarlet, that 2160 limited edition. That's a kind of a random number of $439. So Palisade did make some amazing G.I. Joe busts. And I've gotten rid of most of them. I think Scarlet is probably the last one that remains. The market's like $25, $35. But Palisades did a lot of great toys. The Resident Evil action figures, those were just solid. And it's a company that came and they went and they made some amazing stuff. And I hope people remember them because, again, they put a lot of heart into these toys. Not sure if I'll let this one go. As I said, I've let everything else go. Like all the colored busts, everything, the exclusive busts, even some prototype busts, the Ninja Viper bust. But yeah, I'll think about it. I mean, I'd rather just have a loose bust. It's kind of weird when you have a box toy and you like the vintage box toy and it's sealed and it has value because it's sealed, or if it's box open, it has value. But the artwork's there, it increases it. But something about this bust for me, I'd rather just have the bust loose than the package with it. I don't know. There's something weird about me like that. Again, if, that 10,000 square foot house shows up, and I do survive the zombie apocalypse, which I know I won't, because deep down inside, we all think we're going to survive the zombie apocalypse. And we're going to be out on the road, and we're going to be killing zombies and saving lives and scavenging for weapons and food. You know, no. What's going to happen is the zombie outbreak's going to happen, and patient zero will be right next to me on the subway train and turn around and bite me, and I'll be patient number 1. Because that's the reality of how that all stuff goes down. It was a good fight. Anyways, we'll put it aside for the moment and see if we want to keep it or not. But we got to get rid of more stuff. So yeah, if that 10,000 square foot mansion shows up, I'll have a giant hallway just dedicated to busts. Yeah, I imagine that's going to totally happen. We have Emperor Pilaf. So here is Emperor Pilaf and Chew. This was the third set of the Dragon Ball posable figures, but kind of like statuesque, that they produced from IF Labs. Oh no, take a rack. There was 4 of them. I actually do not have Roshi, and Roshi is probably the coolest. Now, I did sell off Boss Rabbit. Don't touch the rabbit, or you'll turn into a carrot. I sold off Bulma already, and Emperor, Pilaf, and Shu are here. So I told myself a long time ago, I'm going to let go of all the packaged DBZ. I have a lot of these loose. These figures I do not have loose. They are very difficult to get loose. I think it's because everybody kept them packaged. And that's just how it is. Some things are just more common that way. They didn't sell well, perhaps. I'm still very happy they brought these characters back for the newer Dragon Ball series. It was wonderful to have the whole gang. But yeah, we can let this go. Still wonderful artwork. Even though I complain about artwork for packages, these are still just very nice pieces. And the problem is, as I said, like, I can't keep everything. So I'm going to let that go. Probably not too much, to be honest. $50. I think the Bulma and the Boss Rabbit sold for like 60 to 80 bucks each, and that was it. This is a fun one. So, back in the heyday, when Wild Force was wrapping up, and this was the Super Bandai playset gift set. Now, for Power Rangers, every year Bandai would make their big playset, and the main villain usually, but they did a hero here once in a while, would be exclusive to that playset. So Toys R Us, like probably as the series was winding down, on their website was blowing these out for $10 each sealed. And I was like, oh my God, they got Shyla, exclusive figure to this set. And the artwork itself is just killer. I mean, it's just, everything's cooking here. It's dead stock sealed. So I bought like 15 of them. And I was like, man, these are going to be some big money in the future. Yeah, I'm dead wrong, because that's how it is when stock is blown out. Now, I'm surprised in the little Power Ranger bit, but use like the G.I. Joes and Transformers, but usually Joes. When that stuff is blown out, everybody buys it up and then sits on it. So I always call it the Sears issue. So a long time ago, Sears produced a red tank for G.I. Joe with the Crimson Guard driver. And they blew them out for, like, I think, probably $10, $15 each, too, after the end. And they had so many in stock that you would go to toy shows and people would be asking $20 for them sealed, because everybody had cases of them. And that's just how it is. So, yeah, I think I still have like 3 or 4 of these kicking around the house sealed. They're only worth like $60. Shyla is worth the entire set, about $35-40 for her loose complete. Very hard to find. Like, you'll find these sealed more often than you'll find loose. And if I correctly remember, the play set just falls apart when you build it. That's, I remember reading online years ago. So, very nice set. But again, no kid's going to be excited about it when it just falls apart in their hands. That's a different paint deco for Shyla up there. That's kind of crazy. Busty. That's very strange. And then look at her. Oop, tomahawk. About to fall off. Get up there. And then Shyla. So that happened. Ooh. Because on the bottom, it was pressured. I stacked them all up so they bulged outwards, and it just pivoted on that. And you can see Shia looks completely different than that piece right there. So on a complete side note, that's just hilarious. I remember going to PowerCon years ago, and walking through the show was a cosplayer dressed up as Shyla. And I had to pause and be like, oh my God, that is a solid cosplay, because her outfit looked exactly like the outfit from the show. And she looked pretty damn close. And I was like, damn, congratulations. I had her come over and get a photo of her. And then I was like, is this outfit? And she goes, no, this is the real outfit from the show. Then I was like, damn, no wonder why this costume is so authentic looking. And I looked at her some more, and then I realized it's the actual actress who played Shyla wearing the original costume. So she's cosplaying as herself. Only at Morphicon. So anyways, this one's in lesser condition. We have to get rid of it. Just take the money and run.